designer search. How long? 4 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, I went to Randy and I said, I need a design. I need more help with design. Is what I said.
Yeah, Mark came into my office like we're planning the future design teams. We really had another guy. Like, how are we gonna find another magic designer? So Mark had this idea. I'm like, yeah, let's just put a contest together. We can use MagicTheGathering.com. There's so many gamers out there that would love that job. You just find one. Little did you know how much work you were getting yourself in for.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of reality shows, and I said, wouldn't it be cool if we took, The Apprentice and applied it to magic? Because I knew a lot of people out there would love to be a magic designer. Yeah, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, so we decided that we would do the limitations of who could apply, because it was work, obviously, in the United States. We had to limit it to people who work in the United States. And then we said, well, we'll start by making people do something crazy to limit the number of people that apply. We'll make them do, 2,500 words in essays? So 1,061 people applied. And from that, we narrowed it down. We kept narrowing it down. There was a test, then there was the card designs, and we finally narrowed it down to 15 people. We called it a final 15.
So that was August. It was started in August. 2 months, we got 1,100 people narrowed down to 15, and then those 15 finals have been put through their paces every week on MagicTheGathering.com. Down to cut 2 people a week. Mark got to play the Donald Trump role, firing people, kicking them off the island, what have you, until 3 finalists who we flew in today. Mark can introduce those.
Yeah, before we introduce them, in order to get here, obviously they had to apply, they did all the essays, they took the test, they did the card design, and then for 5 weeks we did design challenges, where basically we gave them 72 hours to do something that would take us, 3 months, 4 months. We would give them these crazy design challenges, and they did them, and then we would grade them. There were 3 judges. I judged, 4 judges. I judged along with Aaron Forsyth, Devin Lowe, and Lee Max, the brain in the jar that runs R&D. And we narrowed it down each week. Each week we cut people out until we got down to our final 3. So I want to introduce our final 3. So we flew out here and had a long day today. So here are our final 3 contestants. So Graham Hopkins, come on up. Alexis Jansen. And Kenneth Nagel. So starting at 8:30 this morning, they came and got 4 wizards. We then did what we called the gauntlet, where we set up 3 different interviews that they took an hour interview. We rotated them for 3 hours. Interviewed with design and creative, interviewed with development and editing, and then interviewed with management and HR, and we ran them through the paces all day long. We gave a little lunch break, and then we did the final design challenge, which was 2 hours long.
Yeah, the final design challenge is sort of a bit of a role play, but it's a situation that actually comes up. We basically said, okay, there's been an emergency. The FFL has figured out opposition is just too good. It's the middle of Urza's Destiny is about to go to print, so of course, opposition clearly the best card in Urza's Destiny, right? So we got to fix opposition. The art is set. The name has to fit in this window. You can't change the collector number order, so real constraints on the name. And then come up with a card. The clock is ticking. So they had an hour to come up with their suggestions, and then we threw them into a room with all of the developers and all of R&D. And we're like, all right, let's fight it out. We got 1 hour. We got it by the end of this hour. We got to send a card off to the presses. What's it going to be? So it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun watching people sort of argue and figure out. It's a situation that has happened before. It was fun.
And so we took all the information, we took all the research we got from all the design challenges, and we got in a room and we spent some time figuring out who was going to be the great designer that we were searching for. And I'm happy to announce we have a winner, and the winner is Alexis Jansen.
Alexis was really impressive throughout the whole process. She was one of the leaders most of the way. Clearly, it was sort of. It definitely came down to today. It was definitely down to the interviews, and everybody had a shot. But she was the leader coming in, and just an awesome performance the whole time. Interestingly, all three of these people had an absolutely amazing performance. And so we got together this afternoon, we're like picking a winner. All right, well, Alexis is clearly the winner, but all of these guys are great, and we have a lot to bring to R&D. So we actually did some scrambling around, and we found some other positions inside R&D, and we're going to keep all three of them. We're going to be helping us out with some digital game projects, and Ken is going to be in a TCG design internship. So found a home for all three of them throughout R&D, and we are just ecstatic with the way this process turned out. We found some really high-quality people. I mean, Alexis is the next great Magic designer. All three of these guys, I think, have a lot to offer the company, and I'm looking forward to playing their games a year or two from now. So great job, all three of you.